So, hi, Matt and Lisa. On this, your final day with us here at Camford. We're so sorry that you're going, but we know it's going to be a really exciting time for you. So, here we are. That year has gone so quickly, hasn't it? But now it's time to say farewell, adieu, goodbye. But you're not going very far. So, that's the great thing. So hopefully we will still see you. But anyway, we've really enjoyed having you here for the past year. So, but what is it that's stuck in your minds about your time here at Camford, Matt and Lisa?
The thing is, we could come up with a huge list, Chris, if we wanted to. We really could. I mean, if you wanted to think the things that have really kind of stuck in my mind, then I would say it's the image of you running around the church dressed up as an orange. That's definitely one of them for the Chris Dingle service. And but for me, I think it was the beginning really. And I'd gone off to St Paul's Cathedral, and came back and had to run the Grace course. And didn't know much about the course, didn't know people particularly well, but you threw us in at the deep end and we just got on with it. And it was a real challenging time, but we really enjoyed it. You know, the course had mixed reactions, but we just loved it. And on the Tuesday morning, working with the ladies on the Tuesday morning, when I've been so used to running men's groups, it was just lovely seeing those ladies come together on that course. And just a real pleasure to be able to lead them through that. It was great. So I would say that's definitely an enduring memory. Yeah. And also, what about the choir, Lisa?
Yeah, the choir was very interesting and fun. I think we didn't realise that we had to have a specific place in the choir on our musical gifting. So we thought we would just go there and just sing and just how we normally do on a Sunday. And it was great being taught how to do it in different groups and different levels of sound, and learnt a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I was stood next to Les Sherlock, who was singing in part. Yeah. And I was listening into him, and Matt was listening into me, and you know, it was a bit like that, wasn't it, Matt?
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Type readers, yeah. So I don't know, Sandra, do you want to ask anything? Is there anything in particular you'd like to?
Okay, so those are your enduring memories, but what about the funniest thing that's happened to you in the time you've been at Camford?
Yeah, I've been thinking a bit about that, and there was one moment. I can't remember what the service was, but the church was pretty packed. There were quite a few people there, and there were these three little old ladies sat in a pew over on the right-hand side, and we all went up for communion, and they came back, and we were sat there, and it was all very quiet. And these three little ladies looked as if they were in a panic. And one of them was saying, "My handbag's gone. Someone's taken my handbag." And the other one said, "Oh, so's mine gone as well." And they were really getting quite flustered about it. And I could see their handbags in the pew behind them. So I had to go up to them and say, "I'm really sorry, ladies, you've come and sat back in the wrong pew." And I just found that absolutely hilarious. And the other really hilarious moment was, it was one of Chris's faux pas. And Angie had been leading the service. And it wasn't long before Anne went off to Paris. And she was talking about going to visit a friend, and they were celebrating this friend's 80th birthday. Now, Chris hadn't quite got the gist of the conversation and thought that Anne was celebrating her 80th birthday. So he gets up out of his chair and tries to lead us all in a round of applause for Anne's 80th birthday. Well, of course, lovely Anne isn't 80.
No, I knew that. That was so silly. It was just a good reaction. You're quite right. That was probably one of my most embarrassing.
Well, sorry, Chris, to rub your nose in that one, but it was so funny.
Jane, what about you? What were your enduring memories of Matt and Lisa, and perhaps you'd like to ask them about?
Yeah. I mean, for me, the way that they've both participated so well and become real members of the church family, and we'll be so sorry you're going. But the thing that I was going to ask was, I was going to ask Lisa about, I mean, Lisa, you got so involved with all the outreach and the social and all those ways of looking outwards from the church. And I just wondered, for you, what was the most interesting experience of those different things that you did?
I think it was kind of coming out of my safety zone of being pushed into new heights that people were helping me with, because it's very easy to stick to what you know or think you know.
Yeah.
And when I was asked to help with lead the VE day and things like that, it was kind of quite scary thought. But once I got to learn off of other people and to kind of work as a team and start a team, it showed me that anything's possible.
Yeah.
And also, if we include God in the centre and honour him and each other, you know, it's a lovely place to be, to do outreach to the people that don't come to church.
I think one place Lisa really came alive was actually on things like the marriage course, where we have people that aren't in church normally, and also breakfast at 9, you know, and you're really great at meeting people like that, aren't you? And yeah, what do you think about the marriage course?
Yeah, I enjoyed working with the people getting married, because it was the start of their lives together. And to be part of that and to be able to bring God into the conversations and with what they were watching is, you know, you always got to have 3 in the marriage with God in the centre. And it's brilliant that the church is still fully on board with making sure that these new married couples are having every part of that taught to them, so that even if they're not into knowing God at the moment, they might bring him into it at a different time and remember the seeds that have been sown.
Sure. Vicky, what about you? Have you got any recollections of Matt and Lisa and their arrival here and their time here?
Yes, well, I would really like to thank Matt and Lisa for their example, really, their example of thoughtfulness and kindness and care for everybody, and their great enthusiasm.
Oh, thank
you.
It's really striking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm sure you sum up the sentiments of the people here as well. So looking forward, that was looking back. Now looking forward, Matt and Lisa, to this new ministry ahead of you. What is your anxieties? What are your hopes and your aspirations for the future as you join the people of Corfmullen?
Well, I mean, we've got a few kind of early anxieties around renting our own home out, moving to a new home. The finances at the start we know are going to be tight. There's all those sort of anxieties, and kind of, you know, will we fit in at Corfmullen? You know, you just don't know when you meet a new congregation. But I've had a great deal of encouragement from them so far, and I received a lovely kind of an affirmation this morning of a leaflet that Jane at Corfmullen has put together for all of the congregation there, explaining about what to expect from a curate and what they need to give to a curate. And it's really kind of settled a lot of the worries in me. Right. And so, yeah, I don't think it's quite so worrying as what we were thinking. But regarding things like friends, I don't think that's an anxiety. We make friends very easily, love making friends, and we've got a lot of really good friends, and we're not going far, so they'll all still be friends.
Yeah.
And so I think we can only look forward. We really can. We can't go there with too many anxieties. They're just the natural ones that I think we know in time will just fade into the past, and we'll be getting on with it. So,
and I think it's like, because we've been involved with St Barnabas and Camford Parish, now we're going to Corfmullen. I think it's still bringing all the churches together, so you don't have to sort of separate them all and say this is this, this is this. You know, if there's events on or parties or anything, you know, we can all be with each other at certain times, so that friends and people we've met are still our church family wherever we are. We don't have to be cut off completely from anyone.
Yeah.
I guess one of my anxieties and one of my thoughts is about what's it going to be like to put one of those collars on, Chris? How did people react to you? You know, I've been used to being a plumber all my life and absolutely loved that kind of life. But will people relate to me as well when I've got a collar on? And I kind of worry about that sort of thing a little bit. Does
it need ironing?
I think it's both a passport in that it opens doors, and in other times it closes doors. And you just have to discern when the right time to put it on is, really. And I think it overall, we still live in a country where the vicar is seen as a friend and as someone that people can trust overall. So I'm sure when you don yours with that very open smiley face that you have, Matt, people will really embrace you and your ministry to come. So I shouldn't worry about that. Now, Lisa, like I said, we were hoping a little gift would have arrived for you, and for you both actually, but you'll have to send us a picture, which I'll put on as I'm speaking now on the final video. It wouldn't be the same, Matt, to say goodbye without giving a book from the vicar. And I don't know if you've got this one yet, but it's called On Priesthood by Stephen Cottrell. If you have got it, you'll keep this one and give your one away to somebody else.
I'll read that one.
I only bought it about a week ago.
Okay, well.
And it is an excellent book, so thank you. It's a really good book and recommended read.
Yeah. And the other thing was we had to rob my piggy bank, make a small collection for you, which we will, rather than give you a check, we'll transfer by bank transfer when the final amount's in. But we've collected.
Oh, thank you very much.
In the region of 1,700 and something, over £1,700 for you.
Wow.
To help you on your way from the people.
Thanks so much.
That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
I hope that will alleviate the financial anxiety just a little bit.
Yeah, too right it will.
I can't believe that.
That's absolutely amazing.
I don't think we've ever collected so much from so few people in such a short time. So it's just a testimony to the love that people feel for you here. So go with with that little gift from us, and we hope that will help you on your way.
Oh, it certainly will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now,
emotional.
Bless you both. Now, finally, we'd love to pray for you, and it's that season of Pentecost. So, I'm just going to pray. Come, Holy Spirit. Come, Holy Spirit. Just bless Matt and Lisa on their way. We love them. We're going to miss them. But we know that the people of Corfmullen will embrace them, and that if they remember that they draw on your strength and they share the yoke with you, Lord, that with the power of your Holy Spirit, that you will just anoint their ministry with power and the power of love in that place. So just come and bless them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Bless you both. And we'd love to be doing this in person. We're going to give you a big hug.
Oh, I know. We so want to give you all a big hug too.
And we just want to say thank you to Chris and Sandra and all the people, all the flock, because you all made us feel so welcomed and loved and accepted, and it will be always remembered in our journey.
Yeah.
Bless you on your way.
You can edit that bit if you want.